Yeah. What? It's a red light. I ran through it. Kill little bro, record the scripture, dance to it. I'm making innovative, cultivated, dread music. I been hella been, I'm hella loose, let's get into it. It's a red light. I ran through it. Kill little bro, record the scripture, dance to it. I'm making innovative, cultivated, dread music. I been hella been, I'm hella loose, let's get into it. I just got a bitch, she made my heart escape. Little do she know my heart is full, it ain't no space. I can't let no dodgy soldiers get up in my way. I've been on the street, I'm going crazy every day. I've been big long, I'm feeling lonely. Keep my circle tight, cause all these rapping niggas phony. I don't smoke, but when I do, bitch, it's so damn homies. I don't side, but when I do, they call the feds on me. I don't masturbate, your bitches drop their head on me. Bitch, I don't love you, love my mama and my...
What is up, guys? It's your boy Malachi Powell here, aka Mally. So today, as you guys can see from the title down below, that I'll be doing a MUKBANG Shabagadu today on my channel. And honestly, I've been watching a lot of these videos and I just was like, you know what, let me just send it and make my own. So right now, if you guys are watching this video, hi, how you doing? My name is Malachi Powell. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now, dog, you know what I'm saying? So if you're not new to this whole like mukbang or mukbang, whatever you want to call it, that you're supposed to eat in these videos. And what I have today to eat, where's my bruh, oh wait, we're eating trash. It's like, I'm just kidding. We're eating McDonald's from the Golden Ark, you know. Got some fries. Jeez, man. Dang, I'm about to die already. Anyway, I got some fries, a McChicken, and some candy because I am very unhealthy and I'm broke. So, subscribe. Maybe we can get this AdSense popping and I won't have to be broke no more. Anyway, let's get right into this. And that's word of my do-rag. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, we're about to just go into my phone because I just screenshotted a bunch of sponsor me. I had screenshotted a bunch of questions that I put on my Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat, should be on the screen somewhere. I don't know where the framing is for this video. But hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my charger. So, also today, while I was out getting food, I also picked up some t-shirts here from thrifting. I went thrifting today, and I got this striped shirt. I don't know why, but I've always wanted like a striped shirt like this. So I went out and went to the local Savers and got this here shirt for $2.50, $2.49. It's a size medium. It's like navy blue and red. This long sleeve shirt. And for long sleeves, I don't know why, but if it doesn't have a front and a back, I usually probably won't even wear it. But this is pretty dope. This is probably too small actually. It's a medium, but it looks too small. But this is the back. It says Reaper Crew, and on the front it says Sons of Anarchy Moto Club Redwood Original with the Grim Reaper in the middle. And on the sides, I don't know, I've been into this whole like side print thing too. This was like $7, I believe. Yeah, this is Savers and it's pretty much brand new. So yeah, I want to talk about some stuff. I don't know. So as you guys may know, I have like a clothing line, and I'm like a lot into like fashion and being creative and stuff. Due to the music that I used to listen to when I was a lot younger, I still listen to him today, Tyler the Creator. Shout out Tyler, even though you're not watching this video. Speaking of Tyler, I have a picture of him right here on my phone. It's one of my favorite pictures. But yeah, so a lot of you guys might know that I'm into like fashion and stuff. It might not look like I'm wearing a freaking do-rag and a hoodie with some freaking track pants on it. I have my own little brand going. I'm currently designing new stuff for the winter line. I won't be dropping anything this fall, but I will be stacking a bunch of designs for winter / spring to drop throughout those 2 seasons. Also, you know, I wanted to be more creative and get into like sewing. Like someone actually told me that to talk about being creative and stuff like that, and stuff I want to do in life. So some stuff that I want to do in life, I kind of want to be just the best version of me and possible, because I mean that sounds cliche, but at the same time it makes sense. Like, if you think about it this way, me as a person, I'm very well rounded in different aspects of being creative. If that sounds self-centered, I'm sorry, but it's just true. I was just always good at like art and drawing and stuff with my hands, like hand drawn stuff. And then eventually, as I got older, I kind of stopped drawing and just kind of went into like computer design, so like Photoshop, Illustrator, you know, photography, filming type stuff. And really what I want to do is somewhat get into filming and skits, like short films and such, like things like that. Like, I don't want to only just be making YouTube videos. Like, if I could make a living off making skits and videos on YouTube, I'd definitely do it, like daily vlogging and stuff. But at the rate that my channel's going at right now, it's not going to really help. But I have high hopes for my future. Also, I really want to do photography, and you know, I want to have my own business, my own clothing company. Not a merch brand, a whole entire clothing company, where, you know, I would drop things kind of similar to Supreme, where you would have a design and it would drop, and then that design just never comes out again. So I'm pretty sure it's called like drop shipping. I mean, drop selling. But I mean, that's kind of ideally what I want to do in the future. Just anything creative and anything I could actually use my actual brain and creativity and you know, form something that will make someone feel a certain way or react a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Even music, I actually kind of wanted to start doing music and you know, music videos, because I'm good at editing. I'm very good at editing. That's one thing I was always good at. Since starting YouTube a while back in like 2013, I was always really good at editing, because I never had anyone to edit my videos, so I was like, you know what? I gotta learn how to do this myself. And I took it upon myself to teach myself and, you know, watch tutorials on YouTube and learn pretty much everything that I know now is off YouTube. And I'm hearing that most of the stuff that I know already taught in like college classes for video production. And every video production class I've taken, I've been way ahead of everyone else, because of the fact that I've been doing it for so long and learning by myself the basic strategies and, you know, the more advanced stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm in school now. I really don't like it. It makes me feel extremely depressed, and just makes me want to cry. I actually cried at one point. I don't care what that sounds like, but I've cried going to class one time because I just didn't want to go. I just don't like the idea of school, like, especially because you can learn most of this stuff on your own. Honestly, in my future, I don't want to be rich, but I want to be able to get the things that I want and, you know, do things for other people rather than just, you know, help support people and just be happy, you know what I'm saying? I kind of just want to be happy. It doesn't take much for me to be happy at all, but, you know. Relationships. Oh God. See, me, you can't ask me about relationships, but I can tell you about other people's relationships. Relationships are very, 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 very complicated. If you make them complicated. There's so many things that people kind of take into account where it doesn't need to be an issue, but it is, and then things happen and you argue and stuff like that. I don't know. Some things, if you find the right person to where you guys can both compromise and see an issue and deal with it the right way, rather than, you know, going back and forth within however long, it'll last long, and then you won't ever have anything to deal with, because I feel it all just comes down to finding the right person. Now, a lot of people might think they found the right person, and that becomes an issue, because, you know, that becomes like a thing where you date someone, you break up with them for a certain issue, but then you feel like you're so drawn and attached to that person that you go back to them, even though it's not the best thing. You have people on your back telling you it's not the best thing. And when it comes to that point where people actually tell you that it's not a good idea to do it, you should probably listen to them, especially if it's like the second or third time, because especially it depends on the circumstances of what happened between you two that made you break up the first time. Like cheating, that's a no-go. That's a red zone, red flag. That's never going to be fixed, you know. You can't fix something like that. I feel it just comes down to finding the right person and finding someone that you can relate to and can relate to you and can sacrifice, you know, not being with you to let you do some things that you like to do as well. You know, like let them understand. Like say you have a dream, have someone that's supportive, because I feel like if you have a big dream and the person's not really supporting you, it just makes you feel like, you know, if you're not going to support me, who is, you know what I'm saying? And in a sense, being single is a better thing to do, but like, I'm not saying like it's like the better thing to do, but until you find the right person, I feel like it is the right thing to do. But just find someone that's just going to be happy to make you happy, vice versa, because, you know, happiness, a relationship is a two-way street, and you can't just have one person doing all the effort and, you know what I'm saying, not getting any effort back, you know what I'm saying. If you love someone, love them. If they love you, they love you, you know what I'm saying. That makes sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same time. But I don't want to get that much into that, you know what I'm saying, because yeah. But me personally, I had some really weird experiences back when I was a young jit. My bad. Back when I was in like 7th grade, you know, young jit years. And I remember, first of all, I just want to let you guys know, I was never like a talkative kid. I was always quiet. Like, I never, like, imagine, if you think of a classroom of a whole bunch of kids talking, I'm probably that one kid in the back of the room or in the middle of the classroom. Actually, I was in the front because I had a hard time paying attention in class, so they always put me in the front of the classroom. But that's besides the point. If there's a classroom full of kids talking, I'm probably the kid in the front of the class drawing or something like that, because that was me. I never used to talk. But I remember in 7th grade, right after I transferred to a new school. Now this school was actually, like, I was from the hood before, but this school was actually a hood school. Like, these kids were from the hood. Now, there was a girl in that class that I actually liked a lot, but the situation was that her friend, the girl that I had thought was cute, was this, I don't remember her name. I mean, I was going to put her name in the video anyway, what am I talking about? Anyway, I remember her friend actually had a crush on me and was kind of shy like me, so it was really awkward whenever she'd come talk to me because, you know, she had a crush on me and she was also very shy. I wasn't really thinking about having a girlfriend at that point because all I wanted to do was skate and play Call of Duty. You know, hit those 720 Insta swaps and stuff like that. But, you know, she had a crush on me. And me being a shy person, I wasn't very mean, but I was really mean on the inside because, like, I didn't really like people. But at the same time, like, I didn't like to hurt people's feelings, if you know what I'm saying. If you know where I'm going here, you probably do already, but pretty much this girl said she had a crush on me. A couple weeks later, we ended up dating. And I kind of got peer pressured into asking her out. Now, the way I did it was kind of slick. I kind of gave myself some, gangsta points for this one. Your boy was slick with it. I was in the middle of the class. We were doing an English assignment. I think it was this teacher. I don't remember her name. But I remember I had a piece of paper out and I was drawing, and then her friends was like, do it, do it, do it, do it. And they kept walking past me like, do it, do it, do it. And the girl sits next to me. Now, I remember her looking at me for a while, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna just do it because they're telling me to do it. Like, I have a girlfriend. That's not the worst thing to, you know. I was just like, why not? And then so I took the paper and I flipped it to an empty sheet, and I remember doing the whole hangman thing. I put hangman. I said, "Will you go out with me?" In the blanks, and I put a question mark at the end just to give her the hint. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give me some of that, bro. Yeah. Anyway, so I pretty much asked her out through hangman, and she was all like happy, and she did all like, oh, blah 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 blah, and then. Yeah, that probably lasted about a week because I really didn't like her, and yeah. I kind of got over relationships after a while until I moved into a new high school. I went to a high school for freshman year in that town, but the thing was, I went to that high school for about maybe 3 months until I had then transferred into a new high school in the middle of my freshman year, and you know, I was meeting people. Freshman year, I didn't really do anything. You know, I talked to people, but not a lot because I still wasn't very social. And you know, eventually comes maybe junior year, because I mean, through my freshman and sophomore year, I would talk to girls, but it wouldn't really work out because I was an awkward quit. I think I was a little bit too nice, you know. Since then, I've gotten a lot more savage, if you want to call it that. I just never really talk to people, and then when they talk to me, they're like, "Oh, this kid's pretty cool." That's how it usually goes with a lot of people that meet me. Junior year, I had a thing for this one girl, right? A crush on this girl. You know, I had talked to her a couple times. She was like mutual friends with my friends, and I remember eventually I was like, you know what, I'm going to just let her know I like her. And I did. And she was like, oh, that's cool because, you know, you're pretty cool too. And it wasn't like all of a sudden she said it, but she kind of just like, she kind of hinted towards it. She didn't like say it right out. Push comes to shove, we end up, you know, talking for a little bit. This girl probably wasn't the best idea at this point in my life to, you know, talk to, because I kind of heard some things about this specific person, and probably wasn't a good idea to do. It wasn't. Let's just say it's not, or it just wasn't a good idea. Now, I heard some pretty bad things about her, and I didn't really listen to it because I believe that people change. People, listen, like I said, I'm a pretty nice person too much sometimes. And I was pretty naive to think that this person would change for me, which she didn't. Eventually, you know, we're talking or whatever. Like, we've been talking for like on and off for like about a year until like my senior year, where my senior year I pretty much like, I mean, end of junior year, like summer into my freshman year of high school, I mean my senior year of high school, we were talking, and then eventually, you know, I make my move again. I was like, you know what, I think I want to be in a relationship. My girlfriend's probably going to hate me for saying this story, but, you know, I'm sorry. This is for a YouTube video. I ended up kind of being with her. Now, around this time, you know, I met her parents. I went over her house a couple times. You know, I did a little Christmas thing where I went to, you know, I went to the mall. It's pretty far from my house too. To the store called Lush, and I think I went to get her like some thingy, and that was pretty expensive too. Yeah, I'm stupid. I kind of contacted her friend to do like a little scavenger hunt thing to make her look for it and record it, but I was gonna put it on YouTube, but that didn't happen. Well, at this point, I wasn't even with her yet. And then, yeah, pretty much, I found out later on that, one of my friends one of my actual close friends was messing with her on the side, and yeah, that kind of messed me up for a couple weeks. I was kind of like depressed about it, but now that I think about it, why was I depressed if I knew it was going to happen regardless? And the next part I'm about to tell you is kind of stupid. Even though I knew it happened, I kind of still went on with the whole spiel, and that was pretty dumb. See, that's what happens when you think you're in love with someone when you're really not. Like I said, my girlfriend's probably going to hate me for making this, but I apologize in advance. I don't know. That's the thing about me though. I that happened and I was just like, all right. I got over it eventually because you know in life I kind of just learned, you know, you just learn to care less and everything becomes like you just get over it. You know, you just move on. And then eventually after that happened, I was just like, you know what? If in relationships, I'm not even gonna, you know, look for a relationship at this point. If someone's gonna want to be in a relationship with me, I'm gonna let them kind of make a move, but not really make a move, but like show their interest. And then I'll actually, you know, get into it, and that's how it happened. That's how I have a girlfriend now. And yeah. Now we're gonna talk about my old days when I used to live in the hood. Now, alright, so we're gonna talk about my days when I was a young jit in the hood. Now, where I used to live is a couple cities back, and now I kind of live in a more suburban area, but it's not really suburban, it's kind of like a mixture of both. Pretty much, oh, I got some trolling, sour bite, bright crawler watermelon, because I'm black. So pretty much like I had moved into a more suburban area where it's a little bit more dimmed down now. But when I used to live in my old town when I was younger, there was some like pretty cool stories that I have, like when I used to like roam the streets and like rock around and skate and stuff. I had lived in this house where boy, hit him. Boy, slap.
Boy's hot.
Yo, pick up some of these, bro. That's big facts. This is when I was terrified of dogs. I was absolutely terrified of dogs. My only fear my whole entire life that I ever really had was dogs. And this was like when I was from like born until like maybe I was like 11, 12. I was terrified of dogs. And I remember this one time I was at my house and I was skateboarding in the backyard with the kid that lived upstairs. He was like so many years younger than me. I don't know why I was really hanging out with this kid. And all of a sudden I hear like like you know how it sounds when a dog like is running up behind you? Kind of sounds like you could hear their nails scratching against the pavement. I heard that coming up behind me, and my dog senses, I swear, since I was so scared of dogs, I had like the most keen sense of hearing when it comes to dogs. Like you could hear the tongue flapping. I swear I could hear everything that when it comes to dogs being near me. Now I heard the little tapping sound on the ground. I was like, oh god. I looked behind me. It's this white dog. It's like a pit bull or something. I don't remember what. Down my driveway, and I was like, oh my god. So this is my driveway. There's like a garage here, and there's an empty space here. And on this side of the garage, it's like a light, maybe a space this big between the garage and the fence that separates my house and the next house over. Now you could see the dog coming down the driveway. I don't know why it decided to come down into my driveway out of all the driveways on the whole entire street. But it chose my driveway. And I'm skating in front of the garage. Now what I do, since it's coming this way and I'm here with the kid, it's like half my age. I was 9 at this point. This kid was probably about 4, 5, maybe 3. I don't remember. It's crazy. Like I said, I don't know why I was messing around with a kid that was this young. He might have been 4 or 5 though. But I remember the dog coming down and we're sitting here skateboarding. So I see the dog. I said, Dre, follow me. And I go around the garage to the back of the garage. And he's still in the front. And then I hear him, like he's kind of panicky. He's like, and then I hear him. He finally sees the dog, and he comes. I'm back here. I went around this way. He's standing here with the dog here. He comes through the alleyway. Now I tell him to come. Then I see the dog behind him, so I tell him to come towards me, which is on this side, to go back around. Now he decides to stand there. So I'm like, all right, listen, bro. This is gonna sound so bad, but me being terrified of dogs, this was no joke. I went from here all the way back around the garage while he's still right here. I went back around into my house, closed the screen door, closed the second door, went inside, and then my mom seen me. She's like, "What's wrong?" Because I was breathing stupid heavy. She was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "The dog was chasing me." She's like, "You left him outside?" And she was like, "You left him outside?" I was like, and I honestly didn't even realize that I left him outside because I told him to follow me. He didn't follow me. He just stood there. So I was like, you know what? I'm gone. I don't even care. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you didn't move. I told you to move. So, then my cousin went outside and got him, and he was crying because he was like petrified, and he went upstairs and didn't come outside for the rest of the day. And I kind of felt bad, but I didn't because I told him to come follow me, and he didn't. So yeah, that's pretty much it. My mom was kind of tight at me for leaving him out there, but I guess she probably understood because, my fear of dogs was crazy at that time in my life. It's crazy because when you're getting chased by like a dog, or like if you're super scared, I feel like you gain a superpower. It's ridiculous. So I remember talking about this to one of my friends where I remember I was talking to him about when I was getting chased by one dog, and I was like in this one place where I couldn't really get away. I took the wrong turn. And there's a fence. I swear, if the fence is this tall, I was probably about this tall. The fence was probably up to my chest. Now this dog, when I tell you this dog was so muscular, this dog was so big. And it was like when I was coming back from skateboarding downtown, and I had to walk home because at this time I didn't have a car. I was probably like maybe 13 or 12. I was about 12 coming back from skateboarding downtown. And I remember seeing a dog, but I thought it was on a leash, and apparently it saw me walking up the street, and I was walking kind of fast because when it comes to dogs, when I was at this age, I would not stick around at all. But I wasn't running, I was just walking a little bit faster, and I seen a dog kind of cross the street slowly, and as soon as it hit that middle line of the street, kind of started just sprinting towards me. I was like, you know what? I'm gone. I'm not waiting for this dog to catch up to me. So I ran through this apartment complex that, I ran through this apartment complex, and it had like a lot of different apartments, and it was like all scrambled, but they all looked the same. And I remember there was like 2 ways I could have went that went into the main road that was super busy, but I couldn't run into the road because I risked the chance of getting hit by a car. So I didn't go that way. I went the other way, which was by a bunch of dumpsters. And I swear I was so angry because I remember turning the way where the dumpsters were and then looking to my right and seeing that there was no cars. So I was like, it's kind of late to turn around because the dog's already behind me. And if I turn around, I'm going to die because that's what I thought would happen if a dog caught me. So I see that there's no way I can go. There's like no other escape rather than going over this fence. Now, this fence was pretty, like I said, it was up to my chest. This fence was up to like about here on my chest, and I was probably about maybe 5'8" or so, around that age, 5'6", 5'8", around there. And I hurdled it. I completely hurdled the fence from chest height. I hurdled a fence chest height. Now you tell me, stand up right now. Put your hand on your chest and tell me if you could jump over a fence that's up to your chest at 12 years old. I'll wait for an answer because I don't think that's possible. But it happened. I was not messing with that dog, and after I jumped that fence, I kept running, even though the dog didn't even follow me after that. I was gone. Gone like the wind. I mean, there was a lot of things that happened when I used to live back there in the day. You know, a lot of fights I seen. I remember I seen one kid get stomped out in front of the mall. And like, I remember one day when I used to live in the apartment, upstairs they had a big fight and some guy got his head slammed through like a glass window. I remember my first fight in elementary school. That's probably when I realized that I have to be a little bit more sane because, but if you guys want me to tell a story about that, I will tell a story. I almost killed him. And if you guys want to hear that story, like I said, leave a like on this video, comment down below, first fight story, and I will do a story time on the time I almost killed a kid over like some skateboarding footage. Or if you guys want me to do it like face to face like this, I'll do it like that too. But like I said, comment down below and leave a like on this video if you guys want me to do my first fight story. And I'll do it for you. In full description. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've never done this before, so it's probably gonna look like trash. But it's okay. Got some dope videos for you guys. Got a short film coming. I'm actually in the process of writing and getting everyone like a cast together to do it. If you live near me, if you know me and you live near me and you're watching this video and you want to be inside in this skit slash short film, let me know and I'll find a way to implement you into this short film because I want it to be as good as I pictured in my head, you know what I'm saying? So let me know. If you guys hit me up on Snapchat. Also hit me with some, just comment something random and I'll probably make a skit. Like I'm trying to do skits and short films and show like how, use my brain for something rather than just senselessly uploading videos, you know what I'm saying? Because I want this channel to be something that inspires people and, shows people what they're capable of if they put their mind to it, because I feel like everyone has a little bit of creativity inside of them, but not everyone shows it for whatever reason. Sometimes it might be, a reason or not, but I feel like everyone has a slight bit of creativity inside of them, so I want to bring it out in people. Let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Share this video maybe with somebody if you want to make somebody laugh. Peace.
It's a red light, I ran through it, yeah. Kill little bro, record this